Hey folks, Crazy Climb Radio here again, and we're going to look at a game called Quantum, and this was created by General Computer Corporation in 1982 and licensed to Atari, and it's a color vector game that is similar to Kicks, classic arcade game, but this was created by General Computer Corporation as part of a lawsuit settlement. They ripped off Missile Command by Atari at one point, made a harder version of it, and Atari took them, or was gonna sue the pants off of them, but they dropped the lawsuit and instead had them make games for them. And there's a trackball that you use for this game. But yeah, the two games that Atari had General Computer Corporation make for them were Food Fight and Quantum. Like I said, this is a color vector game, and what you do is you use the trackball to encircle these particles, and they're these little solid orbs. Well, actually, those are the nucleus or the nuclei that you need to circle around. Touch them and you die, but you need to encircle all of them that are on the screen to complete the level. You can encircle multiple ones at once for lots of points, and there will be little tiny star-like things that are floating around. They can't hurt you. Those are electrons, and you can capture those as well for extra points. I remember seeing this in the arcade. Like I said, this was part of a settlement with between General Computer Corporation and Atari, and they made two games for Atari instead of getting sued for them ripping off Missile Command. So let's get started. You have a nice long trail in general. I had to use a mouse, so I wasn't very good at circling around these. But yeah, touch any of the nuclei, and you're dead. You lose a spark or whatever it is that you're controlling. There will be different enemies later on in this game. It's really cool that you get to use the trackball not just during gameplay, but like you get to select which difficulty or which stage you want to start at from a choice of like 4 or 5, and you get to encircle with the trackball your spark thing around that choice. And now we have a stage that gets difficult the longer you take. There will be these particles that float around, and you'll need to watch out so that you don't run into them. If you sit for a little while, then your tail will disappear, and you only have to clear out the particles or the nuclei. That's all. The other things you don't have to get rid of. And now on this level, these extra particles appear all over the place. Those can kill you, and they're all over. This makes me think of one of the levels on Robotron crap. That's really freaking hard, and it's got these tank-like robots that shoot things that bounce all over the screen. That's what this level makes me think of. But yeah, you only have to get rid of the nuclei, and that's it. Yeah, I saw this at a place called Hydro Tubes, and that was a water theme park type of thing. That was way back in the day. But yeah, this wasn't hugely popular. Yeah, if the particles or nuclei touch your trail, then it'll disappear. And we have these other things that these other enemies. I already killed it. Ah, crap. we'll play 2 games because I really wasn't very good, even though I got the high score on this. You don't have to do too well to get the high score. Yeah, if you can manage to wait until all the nuclei are clustered together, you can get some decent bonuses. You can also get a decent bonus, of course, by starting on a higher level. You know, when you get your choice of levels to begin, you'll get a nice big bonus. You wanna look at the game and think, oh, this is so easy, but it's not as easy as it looks. And now we've got these new enemies that have these strings attached. You can go through the string unless it's red, and you hear that hum and it's about to turn red. When it's red, you'll die if you touch it. And they expand and contract, and when they contract, it's easier to encircle them. And you can break you can break that that bond. You know, when it's not red, you can go through it and then destroy one of the nuclei, and then there'll just be one left. And now you can write your own name. This is such a cool feature. Use the trackball to write your own name. I'll spell out my whole name there. And now this is kind of stupid. You still encircle your letters, but the game only let me encircle 2 letters. And I had time left. I don't know why that happened. That was stupid. But at any rate, that's Quantum. I will play one more time because I really should have done better than that. Yeah, if you have a good controller like a trackball, you could probably control it a little easier. Yeah, in the demo mode, you get a chance to move the your spark with the trackball and just capture 1 particle, just for a demonstration. And now we're going to start with one of the later levels, so I get a bonus. Dang it. And I get a bonus of 5040 because I started on a later level. But yeah, there's all those little electrons that can't hurt you, and they're little tiny stars floating around, or they look like them, and you can capture those too for extra points. It's a kind of a cool idea. And again, this is General Computer Corporation who made this as a lawsuit settlement because they did a version of Missile Command that was not authorized by Atari. It was a much harder version. It's called like Super Missile Attack. And when Atari found out about that, they were pissed and threatened to sue the pants off of them. But instead, Atari decided to hire them to make games for them, and they made 2 of them. I think they tried to make a 3rd, and that didn't get completed. But they were Food Fight and Quantum. Yeah, from on the later levels, I don't think there are new enemies. I mean, from the ones that we've already seen. Oops. Yeah, I did better this game for sure. You don't have to destroy that guy with the spouting, whatever that is. You have to just get rid of all the nuclei. Little colored balls. It often seems like, oh man, I could easily get all these nuclei at once. And then it seems like your tail isn't long enough, and you're like, ah, crap. And then you get hounded by these other enemies flying around and flying faster and faster. Damn it, come on. There we go. And when the other enemies start floating off the screen, you can still capture them before they leave the screen. But yeah, I saw this at Hydro Tubes back in like probably like 83 or something. '83 or '84, maybe even. Lot of games right around that time that were getting popular. Food Fight, that I saw at Hydrotubes. Food Fight, Elevator Action, Arabian, Star Wars. Yeah, I don't remember if I gave this a try. I think I just watched the attract mode. And now we've got another one of those levels where the enemies will really start to fill the screen if you don't hurry up. And we got another one of those guys with the tether thing between them that will turn red and kill you if you touch it at that time. Yeah, sweet. I let too many guys appear on screen. Well, that is Quantum. But I love that feature where you get to write your name on the screen. You hold down Player 1 Start and move around with the trackball to spell out your name. Oh, I didn't do it that well that time. But, and then you get to put in your actual initials. And I just put in RS. Hey, they gave me time this time! What the livin' F? That was stupid. Well, at any rate, that was Quantum by General Computer Corporation and licensed to Atari in 1982. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Quantum by Atari in 1982. Well, General Computer Corporation and licensed to Atari in 1982. I will catch you later in the future with another video. Y'all have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you later. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.